Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Eric Magendantz, your Scout Executive for Mid-America Council. Thanks for joining us on the phone if you're with us today, and thank you for viewing our YouTube production of this if you're joining us after the original airing of today's Fireside Chat. We've got a pretty full agenda for you today. Hopefully some things that'll be good takeaways for you, and if you leave with one or two good things that you find helpful or useful, then we're doing a good job in meeting a need for you. So, and that's the only reason why we do this, is because you tell us you want these types of conversations. So just again, a reminder, courtesy on the phone, if you're on the phone joining us today, please mute your line. We will have question opportunity at the end of the Fireside Chat, so please, if you wouldn't mind, just for timing standpoint, hold on to questions till the end of the Fireside Chat. Today we're going to do a board member introduction. We'll talk about some of the activity updates, camp updates, of course the 2017 National Jamboree, our Jubilee, which is coming up this fall, properties development in terms of fundraising events that are coming up, some membership, and an update on the Lion Club program, which again, this is something that we rolled out here last month. Show and tell with Sheila, the ever popular Sheila, and then we'll wrap things up with some Q&A. So first, it's my pleasure to introduce Drew Blossom. Drew is a member of our board of directors and currently serves as our council president, but he also serves as our council chairman-elect. I'm going to have Drew just tell you a little bit about his background in scouting, introduce himself so that you can meet one of our dedicated board members who gives a lot of himself and his energies to ensuring that we deliver these unparalleled experiences for more youth. So, Drew, welcome. Thanks.
So, as Eric said, my name is Drew Blossom. I am, my scouting background is Eagle Scout, father of two scouts, one of which is Eagle, one of which is in that dead zone where you don't know if he's going to get there or not. And, you know, in terms of my role here at the council is I spend time as council president really doing a couple of things. One is as kind of chairman-elect, which is kind of help step in when the chairman's not available to do things. And the second part is I lead the President's Cabinet. And President's Cabinet is the group of our most active volunteers, help provide a link between what happens at the board and what happens in the field. So it's one of our primary communication techniques. In that role as president and chairman, really a couple different things that we lead. One is to kind of lead the policy initiatives of the council. Really look at what are we doing, what are our objectives. For example, the Lion Cub pilot, the board very clearly said, yes, we want to participate in this Lion Cub pilot and kind of direct the staff to move down that path. The other thing that we spend, frankly, a lot of time on is making sure we have adequate funding for the program, oversee the camps and the activities and the general financial health of the organization. So that involves both fundraising and expense management. Help and advise the professional staff on how they run the council in terms of policies and procedures, and generally providing our business counsel, as the board collectively, to the folks who are on the council. So that's really what it means to be a board member. It's to help provide that guidance and observations, and so that we can run a good organization. So with that, I'll turn it over to activities update.
Yep. We'll bring Mike up. Thanks again, Drew. Really appreciate you coming in. Also, Drew's going to be attending the national annual meeting in San Diego the end of May, and maybe we'll have you on a call-in perspective next time, or you're welcome to come back to give us an update on your perspective of what occurred at the national annual meeting. So, okay, thanks, Mike.
Perfect. Thanks, Eric. Well, just a very brief activities update here. We are, of course, gearing up for our 2016 Mid-America Council Pinewood Derby this coming weekend. So if you have not signed up, go to the Mid-America Council site and get on the calendar there so you can register for our exciting race. Remember that we have racing classes for absolutely every level. You don't have to have qualified at your district level. And we even have a couple races for the adults and siblings too. So check that out online. I also want to give an update on our recent Scouting for Food drive. Mid-America Council participated in Scouting for Food earlier in April, and we had a fabulous showing for Scouting for Food. In fact, we had an increase over last year. We collected 355,456 items. That is an increase of our just our council area. And then we saw a big increase in meals that we were able to supply to the food bank. We partnered with the Cornhusker Council and set a goal collectively to collect food for 218,550 meals, and we pretty much blew that out of the water. We collected enough food items and other donations for a total of 250,189 meals. So we really saw a major increase and, like I said, blew that goal out of the water. So thank you guys for your participation, for the work that you did to make that happen. And thank you to the food banks, to all of our support through ConAgra and Hy-Vee. We just had a great, great season for Scouting for Food. Remember to hit your roundtable up this month because you'll be able to get your patches and your ribbons. So get to roundtable, get those kits to recognize your scouts for just a great year of Scouting for Food. I'm going to go ahead and segue right over to the Cub camping season, represented by my friend here, the CSI Duck. We'll be seeing those a lot out at resident camp and family camps. I want to make sure everybody's remembering our family weekends coming up this month. May 14th and 15th, we have a Cub Family Weekend out at Little Sioux Scout Ranch, where the major focus will be shooting sports. As most of you probably know, we nationally rolled out a new Cub Scout shooting sports activity, a set of awards specifically for Cub Scouts in BB guns, archery, and slingshots. Well, we are going to be featuring those awards at that Little Sioux Scout Ranch Cub Family Weekend. So if you're itching to get out there on the range, come to that family weekend. We'll also, of course, be utilizing our brand new nature trail and doing all sorts of things that we enjoy out at Little Sioux, like climbing and fishing and those kinds of things. Preview of the patch right there. That is the official Cub Family Weekend CSI 2016 patch. Then the next week, we'll be going out to Cedars and doing a family weekend out there. That family weekend is focused on what we call a bio blitz. That means it's going to be a very nature-intensive program. One of the resources we're going to be using is this really cool nature scavenger hunt kit, where a scout will get one of these and check in, and they'll be able to hunt all throughout Camp Cedars and find different evidence of plants, animals, insects, all that kind of stuff. We've got demonstrations coming out and doing special features, everything from a bat guy showing all the cool things about bats to some water studies that we'll do with some digital microscopes. And we'll also have demonstrations of monarch butterpillars and quail eggs that we hope to hatch on site during that event. So a lot of really cool things. The most nature study you could possibly do in a 24-hour period. That's going to be what our Cub Family Weekend is at Camp Cedars. And then, again, we're also going to be doing the shooting and the hiking and all the things you have really come to expect for those weekend Cub camping experiences. Lastly here, just a couple updates on resident camping for Cub Scouts. Resident camp signups are going really well. We had our first major deadline here. May 1st was our cutoff for early bird in June, but you still got plenty of time to both sign up for those June sessions as well as hit that early bird fee for July. That deadline is June 1st. So get out there, check out our program guide. All of it is available at gocubcamping.org, and you can register right there by clicking the Register Now button. Lastly, skipping ahead to the older scouts experiencing their Tri-State High Adventure Base experiences, or TSHAB, I just want to let everybody know that we still do have availability in all of our trips down the Missouri, and we also still have availability in that June backpacking experience. July backpacking is filled, but we've still got some spots in June. These are going to be some of the biggest and best experiences we're offering here in 2016. A lot of great adventures for your older Boy Scouts and venturers. And it would be great if small groups can sign up from your individual troops or crews, but we can also accommodate individual scouts who want to try that experience. And we do have adult coverage in those treks so that we'll be able to accommodate individual scouts. More information at tshab.org. That's tshab.org. Now I'm going to turn it over to Christine Salisbury, who's phoning in, and she can give us some updates on Boy Scout resident camp. Christine?
Thanks, Mike. So a few updates from Camp Cedars. It is nice weather out here at camp, and we have a lot of projects that need to get done in order to make sure camp is ready for all of the 1,800 plus scouts that are coming out. So a few work day opportunities that we have coming up. is this weekend we have a Camp Master Corps. The weekend of Friday, May 6th through the 8th. So come out and join us for projects both with Camp Cedars and Camp Eagle. The OA Spring Weekend is coming up in May as well. And then the MBZ work days, we have one May 21st and then June 4th. For staffing, we had a great first day in CPR training for both Little Sioux, TSHAB, and Camp Cedars staff just a couple weeks ago. A few staff needs that I am still looking for. One is an equestrian director. As you know, this is a very important position as we have 25 horses coming out, and I definitely want to offer this program. This person has to be over 21 and ideally with equestrian experience. If you have anybody that would know of anybody else or anybody interested, I would definitely love to know that. Another position I'm looking for is a lakefront director, somebody 18 years or older, some experience either swimming or boating or any of the above. Also is assistant ranger. I have one person hired, and I'd love to get a second person hired in order to make camp look the best possible. We do have 3 international staff that are coming out for Camp Cedars. 2 international staff are also going up to Little Sioux. So we're excited to welcome them to our camps and learn more about their experience as well. Like I did mention, we do have about 1,800 scouts that are currently registered. We do still have space available pretty much in all weeks. So feel free, if you have additional scouts or your troop hasn't registered yet, do go ahead and sign up today. Where you can sign up is goscoutcamping.org, and there's plenty of resources there. 2 things as far as high adventure. Our 2017 treks, we have a few crews going up to Philmont, and then 1 crew headed up to Northern Tier. So there's still space available there. And then our 2018 treks, which is going to include Philmont to Sea Base, we're doing a tall ship trek, which is about 20 people in the crew going out there. And then also for Northern Tier, we're trying out some cold weather camping for their OOPSIC program. So the 2018 High Adventure Treks will open June 1st. So basically you can come out to summer camp, enjoy the fun, and check out the high adventure opportunities available for your 2018 summer. Now I will go ahead and pass it off to Rick or Jason as far as Jamboree.
Well, thanks. This is Jason. Talk a little bit about Jamboree. The awesome once-in-a-lifetime experience of National Jamboree is just 14 months away. The dates of our council contingent trip are July 15th through July 29th, 2017. This unparalleled adventure includes a tour of our nation's capital in Washington, D.C., and then on to the summit in West Virginia. With Scouting's adventure, you'll join more than 30,000 scouts from all over the country as they enjoy 10,000 plus acres of the wild, wonderful scouting area in West Virginia. There's whitewater rafting, kayaking, rock climbing, bouldering, mountain biking. These are just a few of the activities. There's also skateboarding, BMX, shooting sports, zipline challenge courses, and epic stage shows. The cost to attend is $2,800 per person. Final price depends on airfare, which includes the Jamboree fee, air transportation, tours, meal allowance during travel, lodging, insurance, and contingent mementos. There will be opportunities to fundraise, including selling popcorn this fall. This fantastic experience is open to both Boy Scouts and venturers. If you'd like a presentation at your troop meeting, please contact our contingent chair, Rick Scheer. His info is listed on the MAC website under Camping and High Adventure. There's a Jamboree tab. We're also going to have promotional presentations made each week this summer at Camp Cedars. So if you're interested in Jamboree, it's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So please check it out.
All right, great. Now we have Lisa Russell talking about our favorite activity, Jubilee.
Absolutely, Jamboree Jubilee 2016. Well, I'm actually wearing something that you might see out and about. This is the Jubilee jacket. It's either this or a pullover jacket that people who are on the Jubilee committee will be sporting. We have over 120 people on that committee, so those people should be out and about sporting their gear. This is just a preview of what's to come. The Scout Shop has created quite the list of gear that you can get to commemorate our 100th anniversary and Jubilee 2016. So look for that. Another new thing coming out is the Leader's Guide for Jubilee. This is what it looks like. You'll find it on our website, on the MAC-BSA website. If you notice up here, we talk about all 3 councils that are being involved, and also on the logo, you'll see that there's 4 different logos for Jubilee this year, one for each council-specific one, for Cornhusker Council, Overland Trails, and Mid-America Council. And then there's a general Boy Scouts of America logo that people can select to have on their gear that they can order for Jubilee. So very exciting. So we can be all one, but also support your own local council. This also, same thing will be coming out that looks in the same marketing campaign, and that is a series of postcards that are coming straight to your door. They'll be coming to everyone's homes in all 3 councils, Cornhusker, Overland Trails, and Mid-America, and it will be, the first one is about accommodations. The first postcard promoting Jubilee is reminding them of the accommodation choices that are still available. Right now, we have 8 cabins available at Mahoney. We have about 50 campsites with electricity and just a very small amount of lodge rooms left. So if you're one of those people who's looking for those types of accommodations, you need to get online and register. Now, you can sleep with just an unlimited amount of your friends up on Jubilee Hill, and we've opened that up to family camping now. Last Jubilee was our first time. You can have Cub Scouts and their families along with the Boy Scouts up on Jubilee Hill. So that you'll be sleeping district specific, and that's a great option. And then also an option that's still available is camping Saturday night for our Cub Scouts and their families at Strategic Air and Space Museum. They open up their doors for us to sleep under Hangar B this year, and they'll also be offering program for our Scouts both on Saturday evening and Sunday morning. So that's exciting. A little bit more about entertainment. As you all know, we have Hairball returning, so that's really exciting. They'll be our Saturday night performers. So get out your 80s long hair, get your crazy wigs and your glow sticks, and show up for that concert. We're excited. We're looking at our other bands to accompany them. Things like School of Rock, which was very popular last time, which is local youth that are incredible musicians to open for them. We also have Creek Stewart, who's an adventurist, and he will be coming to do some demos and some discussions and meet with kids. He hosts several TV shows and other programs, so check him out, Creek Stewart. We've also signed on, if you haven't seen this already, with Steel Lumberjacks. It's something I've always wanted to have at Jubilee, and that's those crazy lumberjack guys that put on a great show. They'll actually set up their giant stage with spar poles and log rolling, and they put on quite a show all throughout the day on Saturday. They'll be doing performances, so great thing to come for. And then so just keep growing that list. And if you've ever wanted to be a part of a Guinness Book of World Record breaking, this is your chance to do it. We're going to try and break the world record on the longest Pinewood Derby track, and we're really excited to have partners in that endeavor. And speaking of partners, that's what makes Jubilee so great. Some of the best activities that come to Jubilee are the ones that come from our corporate partners, and I want to share a couple of them with you. We have had confirmation that Union Pacific is going to bring out their automotive simulator. That's super exciting. First time for that locomotive simulator. We're excited. We've never had that out before. We have Valmont bringing out their human foosball equipment. We're going to still have Kiewit would be back out with their digger and their skyscraper simulator, and along with who knows what they're going to bring this time, because they're super excited to be out there. Lowe's is another partner that's going to be helping us this year, and of course the trade unions. They are absolutely engaged in Jubilee 2016, both with the Pinewood Derby track and as well as promoting their trades. So those are the ones, along with all of our countless volunteers, that make Jubilee happen, but those are the people that make it even more special. I think that's it for Jubilee. Just get online and register. I love it that registrations are up. They're about 4 times where we were for Jubilee 14. So we're excited. So if you are looking for those special accommodations, make sure you get on and get those made. Now I'm going to move on. We're going to switch hats. We're going to move on to properties, which I love to talk about. I brought my very exciting audio visual. So if you haven't been up to Little Sioux, this is what the new shower house and restroom facility looks like there. And we're very excited to have new flush toilets and some new individual showers for people. It's much needed. We're waiting on some final grading to get some grass down. So you'll see that roped off up there, but that's exciting. You may not be aware of this if you're not one of those people who makes use of the store's nature trail behind the Mid-America Council office here in Omaha. But there's a trail behind the office that shows you various foliage and takes you up alongside Maple Street. Well, that's actually been closed for a little while because we had some issues with some erosion. We solved the part that was on our side, and we asked the city to help with their part, and we're very excited to announce that the city has completed their work on a drain issue we had up near Maple Street, and so that trail is now open. So you see the Durham Education Center in the back with the teepee. A lot of people know that they can come here and reserve that, and they can use it for a meeting. You can just come and relax. It has gas running out to that fire pit, so people do hot dogs and such, and it's a great place it has covered areas for education. So if you want to use that, please do, and then you can walk along the nature trail. Now I'm going to show you a really exciting picture. This is very, very exciting. It's a gigantic hole, but it's very exciting to us because that means that construction has begun on the 4th building out at Little Sioux. This is the base, out at Camp Cedars. I have a lot of peanut gallery folks here today. Yes. So out at Camp Cedars, this is up near we call it, it's up near the equestrian area and the tower. And this is the dug out basement part. This will be the storm shelter portion of the building. Upstairs will be a multi-purpose room, a kitchenette, bathrooms that are just like the ones you've seen in the other 3 new buildings at Camp Cedars, where it's individual showers and restrooms and laundry facilities. It'll have, like I said, a small kitchen area, and then tables and chairs to be used for meetings and other reasons. It'll have 2 bedroom areas with that'll sleep 8 each. So we're excited about that. So you have some flexibility with accommodations, and we know that building will be used a lot. And there's also a trailer out there. Yes, there'll be a fence put up very soon that'll surround that construction site, because we know it's going to be an active construction site during summer camp, and it'll have lots of posted notes about where you can be and where you can't be, and to keep everybody safe. And then the final thing, I don't think we mentioned this last month on the call, but if you haven't driven by the Durham Scout Center lately, if you do now, you see we have a brand new electronic marquee out front. That's courtesy of the Durham Foundation and some other friends. And it's brought us some new technology, and we're excited to have that back up and running and able to promote scouting using that, so that you'll see more and more use of that in the coming weeks. And I think that's it for properties.
Thank you, Lisa.
All
Mr.
right.
Pelletier.
Thank you, sir. Just a couple updates regarding development and fundraising and things that we have going on for everyone. First of which is now for our 3rd year, we are hosting a free breakfast for veterans. We typically host that around the time of Flag Day. This year it will be Saturday, June 4th. It'll be at the Offutt Base Lake Recreation Area. Everyone is invited to attend. It's a free event. We like to have as many scouts as possible there to interact with the veterans. A couple highlights about that breakfast this year. Our MC is going to be Rob McCartney. He's an anchor with KETV News 7 here in Omaha. And one of our 2 major speakers will be Major General Roger P. Lemke, who's a retired United States Air Force officer. He was the Adjutant General of the Nebraska National Guard, and he's also the Director of Military and Veteran Affairs for the Honorable Deb Fisher, who's a United States Senator here from Nebraska. So great opportunity for our scouts to thank our veterans, have a little bit of involvement in some of that, and we hope everybody has a chance to come out. There's more information on our website, which you should definitely check out. Second thing I want to highlight is our annual investment in character campaign, which I talk about each month at one of these. For our district phase, which is a combination of family campaigns and community campaigns that we run throughout our 11 districts. Currently, we're at 64% of our overall goal there, so we're making great progress. Our plan is to have that wrapped up by the end of June. So if you haven't had an opportunity to make a pledge for this year's campaign, we would definitely appreciate it. And I would like to recognize 2 districts who have achieved their family campaign goal already. First is Thundercloud, which is at 101% of their goal. And second is the Twin Lakes district, which is at 105% of their family goal. So they're doing very well. Thank you to all the donors and volunteers that have helped out in those 2 campaigns, and I look forward to recognizing more next month. Now I'm going to introduce Erin Glidden, who will talk about some popcorn items.
Thank you. The biggest thing I have for popcorn dates, the upcoming one, if you want your shirt for the Harry Potter theme this year, I solemnly swear I'm up to sell popcorn. That is due May 11th at 5 p.m. You can order them online at the MAC website. It's one of the very first clicks that's scrolling through. That can be done for unit colonels, parents, anybody can order those shirts. Then just a couple other dates to remember. This past roundtable in April, we had IYOS training. So if you were unable to make it, make sure you connect with your district executive. We can do that training for you again, so you can make sure you get that 1% commission. Calendars and budgets are due August training. And then the sale is September 24th through October 23rd. So be sure to be starting to get those storefronts locked in. And then Vala's Pumpkin Patch here in the metro area is on September 23rd. And then your August popcorn training dates, these are on the website, but I'm also going to go through them really quick. Thunder Clouds is on August 2nd, Wagon Wheel August 3rd, Soaring Eagle is on August 6th, Twin Lakes is on August 6th, War Eagle is on August 4th, Diamond Dick is on August 13th, Lewis and Clark's is tentatively set for July 30th, PLS is tentatively set for August 18th, Owanasi, we're still working on locking down that date, Trailblazer is tentatively set for August 6th, and Goldenrods is locked in for August 20th. Like I said, all of those dates are on the Popcorn website, but if you have any questions, you can always email us at 326popcorn@scouting.org. And then I think Nick's going to talk membership.
Thanks, Erin. Got to readjust your monitors here real quick. There we go. So, all right, good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to just discuss briefly about some of our upcoming things with membership-wise. We are currently deep in preparations for our fall recruitment efforts for 2016. It's been going very well. Most of the materials are in-house now. We have some materials that you'll be able to see at your unit customized meetings that your district executive or your membership committee will be able to view with you of all the resources that are going to be available to help make your fall recruitment successful. One of our latest and greatest items that we do have, which will be available for this fall, is our Cub Scout Top Secret bag. I get the little fins out of it there. It's a cinch bag that'll be used for a top secret activity at your school night for scouting. So that's exciting. And your district executive will be able to explain kind of the process of what's going to be doing, what we're going to be doing with the boys here that year, or this year. But before we get into fall, we got some great things that we want to mention. We're still wrapping up some of our spring recruiting. A lot of our units are finishing up their spring recruitment efforts. But I'd like to recognize 6 of our districts have already achieved the winner circle for being ahead of membership for June of where they're at the prior year. So I'd just like to read off those districts who qualified for the being ahead of June membership, which is our mid-year benchmark. Trailblazer District is 132 kids ahead of June last year. Goldenrod is 72 kids ahead of 2015. Outreach is ahead 55. Peter Lachero is ahead 43. Wagon Wheel is plus 15. And Thundercloud is plus 10. And so being at the second day of May, that is really good news to have 6 of our districts already be ahead of basically our mid-year benchmarks. So keep up the good work. Great time to get those new Tigers involved in help train their den leaders over the summer and be able to participate in the summer activities. But now I'd like to switch it over to that next step of our Cub Scout program. It's one of our newest highlights, and I'd like to bring forward Luke to talk about our program.
Good afternoon. I'm going to do some highlights on the advancement and the materials for the Lions program. During the Lions program, there are going to be 5 required adventures. Those are listed there on your screen. And those individuals are going to be recognized with an adventure sticker that's going to go in their handbook. And I'll talk a little bit about that in a second. So what's going to happen is Lions are going to be able to buy a $9.99 bundle, which will include a handbook for the youth, a set of stickers, and then a leader guide, because each parent or adult partner is going to be able to take turns leading the den meeting. So May 6th is the deadline for PACs to enroll in the 2016-17 year Lions program. We'll have that same enrollment period next year for the 2017-18 Lions program. So if you don't get in on it this year, you can always sign up next year. There's going to be a training that's available on May 11th for people to participate and learn more about the Lions program. That's going to be happening via a live webcast from the national office. If you have any questions, you can visit our local Lions website on launchintascouting.org, and or feel free to email myself. Next, I'm going to bring up Steve Lanni to talk about Commissioner Service.
Woo. Good afternoon, all. Just an update on what the commissioners have been up to. It's time for our detailed assessments with all of our unit leaders. And basically our detailed assessments happen twice a year, April and May, and September and October. We do these twice a year. It's a collaborative assessment with the commissioner and the unit key 3. Now, the unit key 3 consists of the unit leader, the unit chairman, and the charter organizational rep. And what we do is we schedule these meetings twice a year, and the agenda for these meetings are we review the criteria of Journey to Excellence to see how all of our units are progressing. We look at training, we look at finance, we look at membership, we look at program, we look at leadership and governance, and we look how the unit priorities, how did they do from last year's priorities. So we identify those key opportunities, and we see what we can do to strengthen that unit for the coming year. Once we do that assessment, we put together what we call a unit service plan. And the unit service plan identifies those elements of that detailed assessment that maybe a unit needs help with. And what we'll do is we will assign certain people to help out to achieve whatever opportunity is available. So we establish completion dates of all of those program helps, and we assign them to, it could be the unit itself, it could be the charter organization, whatever we can to help that unit succeed. So some of the resources that we use, let's take an example. If a unit is having difficulty getting training within their unit, we'll get the district training team together and bring training to you. So we're going to do what we can in unit service to make you successful in that Journey to Excellence criteria. We monitor this throughout the year, so it's not something we just do twice a year. We go back and forth every couple of months and review how we're doing. So it's an ever-growing, ever-living process. So those are coming up, so be prepared. If you haven't already, your unit commissioner will be contacting you at the unit level to do your assessments. We have an exciting new Fireside Chat segment starting in the next couple of months, and it's called, What Did They Do Again? And what that is, have you ever wondered what the activities committee in your district actually does? Or what responsibility the charter organizational rep has to you as a unit leader? How about the purpose of the council board of directors? Drew gave you a sneak peek on how we're going to review this, and we're going to talk to different people, and we're going to give you examples of what they do, what their job responsibilities are, and how they can help our units succeed. So you're not going to want to miss it. It'll take place, like I said, in the next couple of months. We'll give you a rundown and kind of give you each month what the topic is going to be. Next on our agenda is our favorite part of the meeting. It's show and tell with Sheila. Come on up, Sheila.
Greetings, everyone. There is so much new stuff again. I can't even bring it all in to show you. I really want to thank everyone who took advantage of our camp sale over the past 2 weekends. We had a lot of really fortunate families that came in and saved 25% on their sales. We saw families get boys their sleeping bags, tents, the full gear and lineup, backpacks, and it was a tremendous savings for them. So I want to thank those who were able to come in. We've got all kinds of new stuff coming in, and this week we're rolling out our Coleman line. We now will carry approximately 12 items from the Coleman line. This is the queen size air mattress. We also have the air pump that is a battery operated that you can take with you to fill it up. There's tents, cook stoves, sleeping bags, all kinds of different things, so be sure to check that out. We're also, as we're getting ready for camp this weekend and this past week, kind of reminded us that we're going to need frog togs. So remember, we have both styles, the shirt and jacket pant style or the poncho style. We have them in youth and adult. The other things to get ready for camp are radios. We just started selling these. They've done really well. We've got two-way radios, and then we also have a weather radio. Those have been really popular over the last week also. We also got to get ready for Mother's Day. So for Mother's Day, we have our jeweled cup. So the moms love this. Make sure you remember that. As you can see by our Vanna model, it matches his shirt. So Steve also could wear this lovely hat that we have. We also carry in, this is a t-shirt and cap group. It's a really good deal at $19.99, and it says Best Scout Mom Ever. We have Thurlow socks. Spring is here. We have our special on Thurlow socks. Buy 2 pairs and get 25% off. So for every 2 pairs, you get 25% off on your purchase of socks. And then our other newest item, we now carry what's called a chute water bottle opening. It's a little bit different. There's no straw in it. Instead of having a wide mouth opening, it has a smaller screw opening that you can get water out without spilling it. So some of the younger guys really like this. So again, I want to thank you for all coming in this weekend. Come in, check out our Thurlows, and we'll see you soon.
Great, thanks, Sheila. Steve is absolutely the correct guy to have you assisting you with that. He's wonderful in that regard. So thanks, Steve, for your help as well. I wanted to ask for some help from folks out there. As you know, Doc is our ranger out at Little Sioux Scout Ranch. And the truck that he has and has been driving is, well, to put it gently, a little less than ideal. We have secured a $5,000 contribution from Mid-America Energy Foundation. The truck itself probably is going to cost us around $25,000. It's a half-ton pickup, 4-wheel drive with some various levels of tow packages that we need. We've got a full description of the vehicle. So we're looking for folks that might be able to help us either find some additional funds to do this, and we're looking for unique sources, different sources. We're very aware of all the large donors here in Omaha, and they support us annually. So we're looking for support either above and beyond an annual contribution or different from our companies that support us annually trying to solve this problem. Myself and John Pelletier are putting requests out to other organizations and foundations to try and solve it, but we thought we'd at least put the call out there so it's not just 2 of us trying to address the issue, that there's more folks out there aware of it and trying to help us address this. So if you have any ability to help and assist in that regard, either personally or through ideas that we could make some asks, feel free to reach out to myself or John Pelletier. At this time, I'll go ahead and open the lines up for questions, comments, true confessions, or rumors that I can confirm or deny for you. So anyone on the line have any questions?
I have a comment.
Sure. Who are we speaking with?
This is Terry Rushlaw. I'm an Explorer Post Advisor for the DLR Group.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Eric. I also volunteer through my church to run what's called Pathfinders, which is similar to Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts combined through the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And first off, I want to thank you for allowing me, my club, to participate in the food drive. We've been doing it. We just completed our 5th year of doing it and helping out the Boy Scouts do that.
Well, thank you for being a part.
But I do have one comment. I don't know if anybody else has brought it up before and tried it and it doesn't work. But the door tags that we hang up, most of the time I probably lose maybe half of them because it's breezy, windy, that sort of thing, or there's just no place to put them. But I didn't know if anybody thought about the company that prints them for you. If they make ones that like the Post-it notes that have the sticky on that you just slap them on a door and be done with it.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be doing next year.
What?
Okay.
No, I don't know. Hang on one second. I thought that's what we were doing next year. Apparently we're not. So hang on. Erin's going to address it.
So I talked to Barnhart to do that, and they actually advised us not to do that because even they get calls from the UPS, from angry customers with UPS and other places, because then we're not littering, but we're damaging their door. So we're looking at trying to figure out a way to solve that issue. Obviously, the door hangers aren't fabulous, but people also got mad with the bags. But when we looked at putting that tape, sticky stuff on there, they said we're going to get a lot of phone calls about damaged property. So You can't win.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, Terry. I thought it was a good idea, and I know it was being discussed. I wasn't aware of that final outcome there in terms of that. But yeah, what it comes down to is, and Mike at Evano can attest to this, we get an enormous amount of phone calls all day long with people that are upset with either the bags or the door hangers, and apparently people like to complain about sticky residue on their storm door windows as well. So we'll do the best we can with it, Terry.
Not a problem. Not a problem. I'm glad you were looking into it, though.
Yeah, thanks. Anybody else have any questions? Thank you, Terry. Okay, hearing none, our next Fireside Chat will be Monday, June 6th. We hope that you can join us. And again, please share this video out with your other leaders and parents, because we believe it's just another mechanism for us to stay in close contact with our families in terms of the unparalleled experiences part and the more youth part as well. So we'll see you on the scouting trail. Have a great day. Thank you.